Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Triangle Season 3, Episode 22, and the name of this episode is Conundrum. OMG, y'all, did they deliver tonight or what? This was a fire-ass episode. I'm still kind of blown away, and I'm definitely not going to try to make this. I'm definitely going to try to not make this a long review, but I'm going to try to get as much in as possible because so much happened. And this episode gave me life. I mean, shout out to, the writers, and also shout out to the cast because everybody delivered tonight. I was so here for this episode. This episode was great. But before I get started, subscribe to brtvtv.com. And also subscribe to the Triangle fan page on, the Triangle fan club on Facebook. Because there's constant developments going on that page, and it's phenomenal. And you get everything Triangle on the Triangle fan club page on Facebook. But also, if you have not done so, subscribe to brtvtv.com right now because this episode was everything, and season 3 is phenomenal. But shout out to Caesar Williams, Carlos King, everybody that's a part of the Triangle team that is making this possible because this episode gave me so much motherfucking life. Woo! Okay. Alright, so let me get started. I'm going to try to group this as the best way I can. So, the first scenario I want to talk about is involving Dr. Sharon Chase. Pretty much the episode opens up, Sharon is packing up her office because Jabril is kicking her ass out. Jabril comes in and pretty much to make sure that she's getting her shit out of there, but she stops Jabril and she's like, look, she's pretty much letting it be known that, look, it's messed up that all this has happened, but she's pretty much trying to clear her case with him. That look, I don't do this with my patients. So she's like, oh, so you actually didn't get my husband addicted to drugs, so what is it? Like you treated my husband, and all of a sudden now my husband is now fucked up, and like what do you got to say for yourself? But really, she did not treat him, but she still, because of So due to the code of confidentiality, she can't tell him the truth that she had nothing to do with it. But she's playing along with it that, look, you're up here trying to take me down when really you need to be focusing on your husband because your husband is spiraling out of control. And then Jabril pretty much lets her know that, look, bitch, get your shit together because when I get done with you after I put you forward to the medical board, you won't even be able to play a doctor on a board game. And immediately I was like, Operation by Milton Bradley. I was like, damn. And she pretty much lets Jabril know, like, Jabril, regardless of who your family is, I'm not scared of you. And you don't know what I'm capable of. So he pretty much says, okay, well, have your stuff out of here by the end of the day. Then this motherfucker, a.k.a. Crouching Tiger Fuckboy Dragon, decides to come to the damn office. Alex. And got a nerve to show his face to Sharon, and Sharon's like, you got some damn nerve showing up here. Because of you, my whole life is ruined. I'm about to lose my career because of your sorry ass. And she said, I was stupid to let myself get back into your clutches again. And here it is, you not only one thing, you manipulated me, and then you stole from me, and now I'm about to lose my career because of your ass. And then she began to read his ass for filth, because she's like, come on, you're naive. You wanted to get, and I gave you this. She's like, yeah, I wanted to get fucked. I did not want to. She's like, I wanted to get fucked. I did not want to, get fucked over. Because that's exactly what you did. You fucked her over. And she pretty much said that you're sad. And she said that Brandon would never leave Jabril for the likes of your sorry ass. And she's like, I can't wait till they find out about you. And the fact that you're trying to cross Jabril, I can't wait till they fuck you up. And as a matter of fact, I don't even want to see your ass again. The next time I see you is when I'm looking down at your fucking grave 6 feet under. And Alex was actually kind of deterred by it, but the funny thing about it, Julian's ass was listening on the outside. So, soon as she pretty much tells him to get the fuck out of her office, I'm done with your ass, and he's like, well, good luck, Sharon, on your new endeavors. I'm like, you are such a little shit. But, oh yeah, but Alex gonna get another moment too. So Alex leaves, and Julian runs down the hall, so Alex doesn't see him in the hallway. Then Julian goes in and acts like he has an appointment. But then, like, Sharon decides to sit down and talk to him. He begins to talk about everything truthful, like, about him meeting his mother, finding out that his mother was alive, meeting his twin sister, meeting this new family, and, how it's all become surreal about him being shot and him recovering from that. But then that bitch had the nerve to switch the shit and say that Jabril's husband is coming after him, and he mentioned Brandon's name, and immediately Dr. Chase knew who he was talking about. I'm like, you lying motherfucker. It's like he's already spinning some shit. And so, if anything, that's going to start some problems, especially if she comes to Jabril again, and she might bring that up. So he pretty much dropped that bomb that, I'm trying to make good with my new family, and I don't want to come with any problems, but Brandon said if I say anything, he's going to get me kicked out and all that, and I don't want to, I'm really getting close with my uncle. I don't want to have no bad blood with him. So she pretty much gives him her number and says that, keep in touch, like, if you ever want to talk, just give me a call. And then he leaves out smiling, so he's like, got that bitch. Then, later on, he proceeds to go to Alex. And then Alex is like, oh, surprised to see you here. Well, he says that, yeah, I told you I didn't want nothing else to do with you. But I figured if I drop by, you'll let me in. He's like, okay, what can I do for you? And he told him to leave Brandon alone. And he's like, oh, it's funny. At first you wanted me to take down Brandon, now you want me to leave him alone? And he's like, yeah. He's like, again, I don't answer to you. I do what the hell I want to do. And pretty much Julian's like, you gonna leave him alone because I said so, and you don't want to test me. Oh, he's like, oh, test you, huh? Oh, I wonder what Jabril would think when he finds out his little nephew likes little boys. Don't you like this? And he began to jack Alex up, and I was so here for that shit. I actually wanted Brandon to do it, but since Brandon didn't, I'm happy that Julian jacked Alex crazy ass up, and he's like, stop, please, because he was about to rape him. He took off his shirt and everything. He's like, oh, you wanna be a man and shit? You wanna start some shit? He started like jacking his ass up and shit. And he's like, no, please, no. And then he's like, you know what? Then Julian was like, first of all, you're gonna leave Brandon alone. Second, if you say anything to Jabril, I swear to God, I will kill you. Then this fool put back on his shirt and that hat and kind of gave that look like, and then walked out. And I was like, you smart motherfucker. But I was so here for that. Yo, Aaron Cazzaro, you did that shit. That was funny as hell because you had me rolling. I'm like, look at this bitch. So yeah, that shit was definitely good. So definitely, that was definitely a big scene that was going on. Now let me get to the real meat of it. Now, this is where the quadrangle pretty much takes life of its own. First, we get a scene between Brandon and Kiko. Kiko admits that she had sex with Sean, and pretty much said that, but obviously she's still in love with Sean, but she just doesn't want to admit it to herself. And then, pretty much, while she confessed to that, she can tell Brandon has something on his mind, but he's not trying to say anything. So he finally admits that he had sex with Alex. but he said that he doesn't remember it happening, but they obviously had sex, and oh yeah, and also Tika also mentioned that she also met her father, and we definitely saw how that went down from the last episode. But then he pretty much tells her he had sex with Alex, and pretty much Kiko was like, "Are you happy?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, I'm good." But he's saying that, look, you cannot say nothing to Jabril about this. You got to take this to the grave. And Kiko began to read Brandon his rights. Like, yo, Brandon, I'm tired of your bullshit. Like, dude, you like an undercover thought in Easton. Like, dude, you just got married and you already cheating on your husband? You already did this shit before you got married and now you're doing this shit again? Like, dude, you really need to get your shit together for real. And he's screaming, then this motherfucker snaps on her and tells her, yo, you can get the hell out of here. And she's like, look, don't get mad at me because I'm letting you know the truth. He's like, no, you being a loud ass bitch and you need to get the hell out of here. I was like, see, Brandon, I love me some Brandon, but Brandon is totally out of line. And he was out of line this whole fucking episode. Like, he's really going through, like, withdrawal right now because he is just turning into an angry motherfucker. But then he also has there is some rights to his anger, but his anger is like, he's at like a motherfucking 10. Like, and it's crazy. But it's also due to the fact that he's having side effects after, taking all them damn pills and shit. But yeah, but definitely shout out to Dominique Smith because, boy, you was acting your motherfucking ass off in this episode. So, yes. So we got that going on. Then we got a scene with Christian and Derek. And we can tell that they're getting close. And they both are talking about their like boyfriends or whatever. Like, Derek's talking about his boyfriend that was a fraud because he wasn't who he said he was. He was with this guy for a year, but really he was in a relationship with another man for 3 years. And then Christian talks about his first true love and that he was his first in everything and that he still got feelings for him and shit, not even realizing that they both are talking about the same damn person, which is Jabril. And then he also, Derek also mentions Rob, who was Brandon's best friend, but then we definitely get a little bit more. But then, Derek learns a little bit more, because we already know this because we've been watching. But Derek finds out a little bit more later once, him and Jabril meet up. But I'm going to get to that, so let's keep it moving. Then, we actually see that, hold on, I got that mixed up. Oh, there we go. So then, Derek and Christian are going to lunch. So while they get there, Derek goes to the bathroom. Then all of a sudden, Brandon walks up and sees Christian sitting down, and he immediately goes in like, "Yo, I'm gonna tell you this one time and one time only. Stay your bum country ass away from my husband, or I'm gonna kick your motherfucking ass." And then Christian's like, "Yo, you need to watch how the way you fucking talking to me." And then next you know, fucking Derek shows up like, "Brandon, yo, what the fuck is this shit?" And she's like, "Oh, great. Now I'm seeing 2 motherfucking exes of Jabril. Like, fuck this shit." Like, he pretty much said that, look, again, talking to Christian, stay the fuck away from my man, or I'm gonna beat your ass. And that goes for your ass too, Derek. And then walked off, and he's like, "Girl, you need to get some sleep." I was like, Derek, oh my God, Emery was acting his ass off too, so shout out to Emery Johnson. He did his thing. And then all of a sudden, he fucking doubles back and goes after Brandon, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then all of a sudden he started to notice that, "Yo, you on drugs, aren't you?" He's like, "Yo, what the fuck, man?" He's like, "Look at you, you fucking tweaking and everything." He's like, "Yo, I know your secret. And when Jabril finds out, he will leave you." Little does he know, Jabril already does know about it. So that goes down. And then pretty much later on, we see that Christian meets up with Neil, and they pretty much decide to sever business ties. And then Neil's like, well, I really wanted to work with your new artist and take him to the next level, but hey, maybe it's just not meant to be. And he's like, yeah. And then Chris is like, yeah, maybe it's not. Yeah, just like you and Derek. And he's like, oh, but. And then Chris is like, oh, but you and Derek are meant to be. Because when I talked to Derek told me he was single and ready to mingle. And then Neil's like, look, I don't give a fuck what the hell Derek told you. You better fucking, he said, first of all, he's off limits, and if you keep pursuing it, there's going to be problems. Then all of fucking damn Christian starts to swell up and shit. It's like, oh, so, I know we've been several our business ties, but bruh, don't fucking come at me like that or you going to wish you never did. And then Neil was like, oh, so what your little old bougie ass going to do? And he's like, you gonna find out, nigga. And then the next thing you know, Kiko comes in and she immediately recognizes Neil. She's like, hey, don't I know you? And he's like, man, get the fuck out of my face, bitch. I was like, you disrespectful nigga. Like, oh my God, Kiko was ready to fight. Like, oh, that motherfucker don't know me. I'll fuck him up. And yo, and Kiko, you delivered, beyond on this episode. Like, you was giving me great acting from the moment you stepped on the scene. Like, Kiko did her thing in this episode. So, shout out to Kiko Weinstock. You did your thing, baby girl. Yes. But, pretty much her and Neil talk or whatever, and they catch up. Neil's been doing some business with her, but he had to cancel due to Neil. And pretty much she kind of puts everything together and shit. And she's like, wow. Like, this shit is crazy. But then she's like, okay, well, I gotta go, but, the money you owe me, do it in cash. Okay, bye-bye. I was like, Kiko's the best. I was so here for that shit. That was so cute. Alright, so we got that down. Oh, then we also get a scene between Brandon and Jabril. Brandon is all in his feelings. He's angry as shit, and he literally is like coming at Jabril like he about to knock his ass down. Shit, like yo, I saw two of your motherfucking exes today. They down there, they fucking and shit, and all of that. And he's like, yo, you need to fucking check these bitches and all this other shit, and kind of like was getting in his face. And then Jabril's like, yo, you need to back the fuck up and calm your ass down. He's like, don't tell me what the fuck to do. And I'm like, Jabril, your motherfucking man is tweaking the fuck out, and he obviously is not himself. And it's like, are you paying the fuck attention? And he's like, look, you need to get, like, I don't need shit. I don't need nothing. What you need to do is check these motherfuckers. And he's like, is there anybody else I need to know about? And he's like, man, I'm not even going to go into that with you because there is, and we know it's Neil. And he's just like, look, just letting you know, you better fucking check these bitches or there will be dire consequences because I'm not having this shit. And then he kind of like walks off and shit, but I'm like, yo, Jabril, clock the fact that fucking Brandon is acting out of character. That's not him. And I'm like, yo, Brandon is fucking losing it, bro. You need to get on that shit. But he pretty much decides to go see Derek, Jabril that is, and confront Derek about him and Christian. And Derek decides to read Jabril his rights. Like, bruh, first of all, who the fuck are you to tell me who I can and can't sleep with? And matter of fact, why the fuck you even here? I'm here because of Christians. Like, so you came all the way over here for fucking Christian. First of all, and then like Jabril pretty much says like, you know what? You a bitter bitch. You just mad that you always gonna be number two. You like when it came to me, you were number two. When you came to Robbie, was number two. He's like, what? He's like, oh yeah, you didn't know? You didn't know that Rob and Brandon fucked before we got married? Oh, did he tell you that in his little jail love notes he used to send you and shit? And he's like, besides the fucking point, if anything, your first choice should have been your last because your husband's on drugs. So, and I saw it for myself. He was tweaking like shit, like he would probably do any damn thing to get a hit. And he jacked up Derek, and Derek's like, bitch, you think jacking me up gonna scare me, nigga? I'm not the little scared kid no more. First of all, you need to be getting your own damn house in order, and your ego so fucking big, you don't even see that you got problems right at home, and you up in here trying to tell somebody else how they live their fucking life. You know, and he said that first of all, you need to fucking, you know, check your fucking husband and get his shit together. And like Jabril's like, you're not even half the man he is, and all this shit. And he's like, you know what? I'm done with this shit, and I'm done with you with your sorry ass. And then he's about to leave, and he's like, oh. And if anything, you need to fucking go home and fucking check your little broke ass, you know, drugged out motherfucking husband. And then as soon as he said that shit, fucking Neil walks in. He's like, and then it just becomes a bigger thing. He's like, what the fuck? And then it's like, y'all know each other and shit. And then Derek was like, look, this is just my ex. He's about to leave. He's like, your ex? What the fuck? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, what the fuck? And then Jabril's like, yo, you are so fucking messy, Neil. So you pretty much messed with him to get back at me? Yo, you fucked up at that. He's like, first of all, I didn't even know this was your ex. I don't even, like, hey, what the fuck? And he's saying that, and then he just went, and then Jabril's like, you know what, Derek, you really know how to pick him. First it was me, and then it was first it was me, then it was Rob, and now it's this motherfucking psycho. You really know how to pick the bad ones. And then fucking Jabril, and then fucking Neil was like, yo, you better chill with that shit. I'm gonna show you who a fucking psycho. And then Jabril was like, oh, we're not on that happy pill today? But you know what? Fuck it, because I'm done with neither. I don't give a fuck about neither one of you bitches. I'm like, Jabril, if you didn't give a fuck, you wouldn't have fucking came all the way over there. So cut the bullshit. So, and then we later on see that, and pretty much, you know, Neil and Derek have a discussion. At first, he was coming over there to check him about Christian, but since Jabril came in, it totally turned around, and now they realized they dated the same man. And then he now realizes that Neil was the boyfriend that Neil's been talking about, his one true real relationship. And then when he admits that he did coke, Derek didn't like that shit. Like, oh, you fucking was judging me and made me feel like shit. And the whole damn time, you never came at me as if like you experienced it and you knew what it was like. But then he also admits to him being bipolar and all that shit. But I think Derek already knew that. But then he pretty much says that, look, the way shit is right now, I just want to be alone. And Neil's like, okay, I'll fall back and shit. Oh, but if he see you with Christian, oh, trust me, you're going to get another side of motherfucking Neil. Because Neil is like, it's like him and Christian just going to come to blows, and I already see it. Because one, they already got into it about Jabril, and now they're going to have a thing about Derek. It's like them two bitches are just going to tear each other apart, and we're just going to see who's going to survive from that. And that's pretty much my assertion from that. Because that shit's crazy. Alright, so now I'm about to get to another part of the show involving the fact that Mason gets a knock on his door, and guess who it is? It's motherfucking Ronnie. Ronnie is there because she says she needs help because she lost JJ, Jabril Jr., and she was holding him for her brother, and we learned from season 2 that her brother is Clint, but we also find out that Clint's real name is Kevin. And he probably changed his name because he probably got a mile sheet a mile long under his real, government. So we pretty much find out that she needs his help to find JJ and all this shit. You know, Mason asks about Eve, and he says, shit, Eve's in a damn mental ward. She in a loony bin. And then also Mason also brings up that, you know, do you still know that dude that knows how to hack computers? Because I got this computer that I need to be hacked. I forgot my password, and she kind of peeked it like, you mean to tell me you gonna fucking ask for, you're gonna ask me to call this dude to help you get into your computer because you forgot your password, really? And he's like, well, actually, it's Adonis' computer, and she does, and Mason does let Ronnie know that Adonis committed suicide. And then, they also talk about, you know, Clint, aka Kevin, him being Chico's father and all that. But she said that, look, you know, I need help, you know, and you know, and then she pretty much tried to threaten him. Was like, well, if I go down, I'm taking you down with me. And Mason's like, I will put a fucking bullet in your damn head if you try that shit. But and she's saying like, will you help me? You know, because you know, one, I need to get my coin. I need my money because they pretty much holding the boy for ransom. She's like, I need my coin, and you know, and I think Clint was gonna, I think, cut her something for keeping the boy because he's obviously gonna use it against the Davenports. And pretty much Mason said that he wasn't really down for that shit. So we pretty much see that's, you know, where that shit ends. Now, let's see. Then we get a scene with damn Ashton and Clint. Clint right now looking all business professional in his white, pretty much business casual with his white sweater. He's taking Ashton out on a date. They talking or whatever, and then in this midst of their conversation, he suggests that they actually leave Easton and just go somewhere and start fresh. And of course, Ashton is like, well, why do you want to move? Like, you know, I don't remember. He was saying that, you know, I can get you better doctors, they can help with your memory and everything. He's like, well, you know, what makes a difference? I mean, I don't even know where I am now, so what makes a difference where we go? But then, within the midst of this, you know, Clint, you know, pretty much convinced them that it would be the best thing for them because they will both get a fresh start. So pretty much Ashton said, okay. And then Kiko comes in and pretty much is like, Ashton, like, really? You're actually with this man? Like, you're actually with Clint? And she's like, and then of course Ashton's like, how you know me? And you know, because he remember running into Kiko before, and Kiko was that one that was kind of like sparking, you know, some shit in Ashton's mind. And Clint kind of roughed her up when he said that. First of all, you know, she's like, you know, Clint, who is this? Like, well, his name ain't really Clint, his name is Kevin. And he jacks Kiko up, and she's like, look, bitch, don't you ever fucking call me Kevin again. You know, and she's saying that, and she's like, so that's what you're gonna do, Kevin? You gonna rough me up because I'm telling you the truth? And she says, I can say the same thing to you, Keith. And then Keith was like, that's not my name. And she's like, yeah. So if you know what's good for you and your mother, you better back the fuck up, bitch, because you don't fucking know me. I will fucking hurt you. Just don't think because I wasn't there raising you don't mean I won't slap your ass up. And then, you know, pretty much, you know, Kiko's trying to go out to Ashton and is trying to tell him everything. And he's saying that, look, he screwed over everybody. He screwed over Eve, he screwed over Fallon, and you. Like, he's a bad person. He's dangerous. You need to get away from him. And then, all of a sudden, it started to trigger something in Ashton, because now he's saying that I don't know about this whole California thing. I don't know about us leaving this shit, you know, because it seemed to me everything ain't all adding up. You know, everything ain't making sense. Clint begins to jack his ass up, and all of a sudden shit just goes fucking haywire. You know, he pretty much kind of jacks up Ashton, and it triggers Ashton's memory to when Clint drugged him, and he literally shoved the shit out of Clint and ran off. Then we see that Kiko runs into Mason, and she pretty much tells Mason everything, and also lets him know that Kevin, her father, is now Clint Saunders. He changed his name. And we know that he was married to Fallon, and we know that he did all this shit. And Mason's like, yeah, so to let you know he's dangerous. But we got a client, so I need you to pull yourself together, and we need to go do this. But he kind of let her know that, yeah, stay away from his ass. And then we get the fucking shock of everything. We actually see that Clint is back. Not Clint. My bad, y'all. But we actually see that Winston is back, and he's like, okay, Fallon, I see that I'm here. You needed me, I'm here. And that's where it ended. Now, again, if I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to talk to you about it. But yes, this episode was everything. But again, subscribe to brtbtv.com, as well as subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Like this video, and comment on the video, and share this video. And I will be back with you with the next episode of Triangle. So until then, everybody, take care.